What commonly regarded good advice from women is actually terrible advice. The best example that I can give is the good old. I love it when I go to a guy's place and he has sanitary pads tampons. I have not had one woman who has seen this in my guest bathroom and not interrogated me after, asking if I'm fucking the whole neighborhood. When they give dating advice speaking as though all other women are just like them and act as thought their likes and dislikes are the same. Do so and so act and you'll melt her heart. Plus some suggest going overboard in my experience. A female friend was telling me to buy my current GF a bunch of gifts such as Huda makeup, expensive perfume, etc. for our first date. That's stupid texting advice. If I like a girl, I'm not waiting 3 days to message her. The worst she can say is no, unamused. If he liked you, he would. One female friend was telling another friend that if the guy she was dating was interested, he'd join us all for drinks, regardless of what he's doing. If he's at work, if he's been on his feet all day, if he's visiting his parents or having drinks with other friends, etc. Like no matter the situation, he'd drop everything to come and have a drink. Just felt really juvenile and overly demanding. The good old, you just have to wait for love and it will come to you by itself eventually. Just be yourself. Have you ever met myself? Edit S. While I'm thankful for the advice, this was a joke. I'm pretty sure someone posted the crux of the issue in the past. The last time this was asked, women give dating advice that would be useful when you're already in a relationship or the girl already likes you. They struggle to give information around how to get a girl to like you to begin with or how to approach. Because generally speaking, they rarely have to perform that when looking for dates. Plus, very few people are honest with what works on them. TL Doctor, women's advice can be useful if you're at the point where you're dating or the girl likes you. Won't be super helpful before that. You just have to have the right Tinder bio. The worst relationship advice is from single women. Not just on Reddit, but my wife's friends are the same. These women who couldn't hold their own relationships together are trying to interfere with a happy working one. They were trying to get her to make me drain our savings for some big holiday that we couldn't afford or really wanted to go. Happy wife, happy life is why our divorce rates are through the roof. Any woman who unironically believes that is showing you the red flag to abort the mission. It completely marginalizes the man's desires in a relationship. The biggest issue with listening to women's advice when it comes to dating before it becomes official is that majority of their advices are based on and come from a place where it actually makes an already existing romantic relationship better. Their advices rarely ever work in actually creating interest or spark where there isn't any. Like they will imagine all the ways their existing past future boyfriend husband can make them happy, but those ideas should be reserved after they become official and would rarely ever work. Before that stage, majority of women don't know what they actually want. I love seeing the TikToks where somebody interviews a girl and asks for dating advice. And after they say some boilerplate advice, the interviewer is like, but would that work on you? She wondered why I had hair ties in a drawer. Are they for the other girls? How long is my hair? Oh, also, they're yours to use too if you want, but next time think before you accuse. When it comes to dating, the focus on making friends part and not focus on dating. I've followed that advice to the point where I'm now mid-30s and have never really dated. I'm gonna have to go with the classic example. The woman that sleeps with athletes and rock stars and then tells you to just be yourself. Don't be yourself. Be Jason Momoa. He's much better. People don't usually give advice that people need to hear. They give the advice that they want to be heard saying. Let's just be friends. My friends don't get jealous when I show interest in another woman. Funny you mention the tampons. I have a box left over from a previous emergency with a girl who is now long gone. On my way to the store in the middle of the night, I told myself I would be stocking up so this doesn't happen again. I have gone through a few girlfriends since that time, but never needed one. Now I have the dilemma of whether I should keep them. As far as I know, they don't expire. So why not? As a compromise, I keep them out of sight so a guest is unlikely to stumble across them. I can only hope the relief of being able to help in an emergency outweighs the suspicion of having an open box of tampons in my bathroom. Anything related to acting vulnerable or sharing your feelings? Absolutely never again. Any and all sex advice. There are women who like rough sex. There are women who dislike having their clit stimulated directly. There are women who love anal sex. There are women totally into one-night stands. Not everybody likes the same stuff as you. The only good sex advice is ask your partner what they like. Anything they say is terrible dating advice because women don't date women unless she's lesbian. But even then, women have way more specific unspoken expectations for men than they do for women. Famous one I hear is just be yourself. If being yourself isn't attracting the type of women you want, something needs to change ASAP. I want you to be open with your feelings. No, you really don't. My not calling you out on your absurdly myopic, immature behavior is what keeps us from breaking up every day. Give me some time to process and gently, kindly discuss the issues with you. I would say most women's dating advice. The experience of women is so vastly different as to be completely useless. And each person has vastly different likes and dislikes, so what one person likes might be someone else's ick. Be as emotionally available as possible. Women hate emotionally unavailable men. LMFAO. Being emotionally unavailable did more to get me laid than probably anything else non-physical. Women cannot get enough of the mysterious, guarded, emotionally closed-off guy. And it's not just short-term relationships either. Most of my girlfriends, including my current, have acknowledged that my mysteriousness and stoic nature was a huge reason they felt initial attraction to me. That is such a weird thing to suggest. Women are both capable of carrying their own supplies but also have specific preferences. The chances that there's going to be a sanitary pad emergency in your apartment during a second date is so very small. And the blowback is obvious. Definitely keep your bathroom absolutely spotless. Though I put a hoodie in my Jeep BC. My wife is always now my girlfriend's hoodie and it never gets worn. WTF. Stop trying and love will find you. I'm sure that's how it works for women. But I know from experience that if I don't really put myself out there and actively seek romantic connection, it ain't happening. Also, women will tell you what they wish they were attracted to, kind, thoughtful, etc., and not what actually gets their attention and turns them on. Man, these posts always make me happy. I'm single, lol. Women tend to attribute positive personality traits like confidence, generosity, gentleness, competence to attractive men. So a lot of times when a woman calls someone a creep, perv, fuckboy, or whatever, what they're really saying is they think you're physically unattractive. Yeah, I'm gonna overthink like fuck if there are tampons in the bathroom of someone I'm sleeping with and I didn't put them there. Anything that has anything to do with astrology. Looks don't matter. Most women prefer average to ugly men. Insert expletive. One of the biggest lies of the 21st century. I have no right to say that. They are not the problem. I am. I'm ugly on the outside and hideous on the inside, and it's time that I knew it.